What's going on, guys? In this video we're going to be doing Shenron 2 from VulnHub. I rate this box about a solid easy, and yeah, hope you guys enjoy. Alright, so to get started, I'm actually opening my terminals here. Let's start by displaying these terminals. So we're going to start a net discover minus chart 10.0.0.1 minus 24/i to 0. We do get an IP address to the box of 10.0.0.183, so I'm going to run an mmapscon here. We'll do minus sc minus sv for default or for enumeration, and we'll do sv for sc for default scripts, sv for enumeration, and minus p for discount all ports, right? So I'm gonna do netcat minus nv on port 80. We do see that port 80 is open for HTTP. So I'm gonna go into my preferences and clear all my history. So now let's visit port 80, right? Look at this page. It does seem like we do have a developer page or something. Let's start by running a GoBuster on here. So we're on a GoBuster dir mode minus u HTTP 10.0.0.183. We'll do minus w for user share word list dirbuster directory list 2.3 medium .txt HTML. We'll do the extensions as HTML, TXT, and also PHP. Looking at this, it does seem like we just have the default pages for an Apache 2 web server. So we can just skip over that, right? So we'll Control C that. Let's look on port 8080. We do have WordPress 5.7 running on here. So just try to visit port 8080. Look at this. I already did add this to my /etc host, but doing Control U, we can add this to our /etc host, which is shenron, right? So let's split this. We'll vi into /etc hosts. And I do have the IP address of 10.0.0.183 and just shenron, right? So we can delete this, or I'll just do HTTP. We'll do shenron. And on port 8080, and we do get a WordPress page, right? Just to confirm that this is running WordPress, looking down here, it does show powered by WordPress. So next thing we can do is actually run a GoBuster against this against WordPress on port 8080. If you go to WP admin, I believe this is the admin panel usually. And we do get a username and email address, right? So next thing that we can do is actually start enuming for users. So let's go under our documents, WP scan. We're going to run a Ruby WP scan .rb. Let's start by first enumerating some users. So let me just copy this. I'm going to copy the IP address, so we can just delete this. And then we can just press enter on that. Looking at this, we do get a user as admin. So we can copy this. Let's open a text editor and put this in here. So we do have a username as admin. So next thing we can do is actually run a rocky.txt against the server. So let me clear this. We'll do Ruby WP scan. Let's run a rocky.txt on here. So let's edit the page. So we do know that this is going to be HTTP shenron port 8080, and we can edit the word list for rocky.txt, right? So we're going to be using user share word list rocky.txt on the username admin, right? Okay, so now since we have since we did run that command, let's just clear this. We'll copy this command Actually, I'll just run it again, but we can run this again. Let's try enumerating for some plugins. So you can use the minus enumerate p plugin. So do HTTP shenron on port 8080. We can press enter on that. So we do get 3 plugins found. We do have Akismet, Elementor, and we have a site editor. The main one we're going to focus on is the site editor 1.1.1. So let's just search up exploit DB. Looking at this, it does seem like we have an exploit, which is the same version for the site editor, and this is a local file inclusion. So this can lead us to some usernames, right? So looking at the proof of concept, it does seem like this goes under WP content. It does access the editor, and it does output our /etc host, right? Or /etc password file. So we'll do shenron on port 8080. Looking at this, we do get a local file inclusion. We can do -f, we'll run a /bin/bash. It does seem like we have 3 users, so we have user root, user shenron, and we also have another user as Jenny, right? So we can try actually start by brute forcing. So let me just quit out of that. So we're going to use Hydra to brute force. We're going to use Hydra -l. We do have a username as Jenny. -p, we're going to use user share word list rocku.txt. We'll do -i, so we're going to restore, or we can just specify the protocol 10.0.0 183, and then -i, so we don't restore the session. We can press enter on this. This is 183. Okay, so now we do have our scan running, or our brute force running. Let's run the same command again and run a rocku.txt under here. Yeah, okay, let's just press enter on that. There you go. And we can wait for this to finish, right? Okay, so after some time, we actually do get 2 log successfuls. We do get a log successful for admin for the WordPress site. And we also get a password as Jenny, right? So let's try to visit our /wp login. Let's do admin. And we do get logged in, right? We could go to appearance. Let's go to theme editor. Look at this. It doesn't seem like we can actually make any edits to this, and that's just because of our permissions, right? But we did get a login successful as Jenny, right? So we'll just copy this. So the password is the same password for the user, so we'll do SSH as Jenny at 10.0.0. The IP address is 183. And we do get log successful as Jenny, right? Let's check our IDs. We do seem like we just have a user as Jenny. So next thing that we're going to be exploiting is the SUID. So we can go to SUID, we can just search up a cheat sheet. It's the one on GitHub. We can do Control F and search up SUID. We can search this up, or just copy and paste this, run this on the machine. And looking at this, we do get a binary as user bin execute. So let's do Alice Molly Sally on this so we can see if this is being ran by root. We do see this is being ran by root, so let's actually try running this. Nothing happens, but running if we run this command again to find the SUID, we do get another SUID under mount bash, right? So we can go into cd/mount alice-lu, and we do get a bash shell as a shenron, right? So we can just run a bash under here. If we do ID, you do see that we're still under the user Jenny. So to get the user as shenron, we can just do -p, we do ID, and then we get the user as shenron, right? So since we do have access to the home directory now as shenron, let's see if he has any SSH keys that we can put in there. It doesn't seem like he has any SSH keys under there, so we'll do mkdir.ssh, we'll cd into .ssh. Let's use, since we don't need the scan anymore, let's use let's go under our .ssh. We'll do ssh keygen. We can overwrite this. And we do have our private key and also our public key, right? So let's start by transferring this over there onto this machine. So let me just echo this out. Let's cat our ID underscore RSA .pub. So let's copy this. So we can transfer this to, or output this to authorized keys. Let's copy this. Let's put this into authorized underscore keys. We'll do chmod 600 for authorized keys. Okay, so usually under the .ssh, I usually just run a chmod 600 and then use a private key, because if I try to SSH into is it shenron, right? Shenron at 10.0.0. What was the IP address? 183. I try to use -i for my private key. It does ask for a password, right? If I want to actually, or I already have the public key on here under the authorized keys, we're actually going to need a chmod. I think it was go rwx, which lets you, if you check IRDs, we're still under Jenny, right? So that means it's not going to execute the SSH key as shenron, right? So we're going to do chmod -r, which stands for recursive, so it's going to basically just do the whole file. We can just do -r, go rwx, it's supposed to be dash rwx, and we can do .ssh. Let's run that under there. So now if we try to SSH into that, you do see that we get a long successful as shenron, right? So we can clear this. Let's check our IDs, and we are just under shenron right now, and we don't have the group ID for Jenny, right? So looking under this, if we go under doing a little bit of enumeration, if we go under our desktop, we do see a local.txt, which is our flag, and then we also get a .pass. So let's try to cat our .pass. Looking at this, this does seem like this is base 32. So let me just split this. So now we can just do, we'll echo this on the screen for base 32. Base 32 -d. And we do get a password here. So now let's try by running a sudo -l. Look at this, we can run all or sudo for all commands. So we can just do sudo sudo switch users, and then we are root, right? So now we can go under our root and you can cat our root.txt. Well guys, that's pretty much in the video. Remember, drop that like and subscribe button, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.